This is Melissa Hevenor, and this is another episode of Psychic in Your Pocket. I'm so excited today because I have many things I want to talk to you about. As many of you know who followed me on Facebook today, or just today in general on the social media platforms, today is World Cancer Day. So I wanted to do a special video to say prayers for all of those fighting cancer, all of those who've lost their lives or their fight with cancer, although they haven't lost their fight because they represented those that are continuing to fight and those that are working for a cure. And I also want to say a special prayer for all those people who are yet to be diagnosed, that they may endure their journey with strength and be lucky enough to experience a cure during their journey or win the fight. There are many people fighting all different types of cancer, and so this cause has a very deep place in my heart. As many of you also know, a dear friend of mine and someone I love dearly, Talia Joy Castellano, lost her battle on July 16th of last year. And so childhood cancer also has a very special place in my heart. And childhood cancer is one of the few cancers that has the least amount of research being done to find a cure, because children's bodies, of course, are different from adult bodies, and they need different dosages and different drug combinations. But not enough research has been done. In fact, it is thought that only 7% of all the cancer research goes towards, or the funding goes towards, childhood cancer. So on this World Cancer Day, I want to especially recognize the littlest fighters. And so I have with me Lord Genesh. I love Lord Genesh. Lord Genesh is a Hindu Lord, and he represents abundance. But not only does he represent monetary abundance, he represents abundance in all forms, both spiritual, financial, health abundance, abundance in any form that you can think of. He removes obstacles so that you may receive those abundance. And I believe that his hands, his multiple hands, represent removing the obstacles from all the different forms of obtaining abundance. And so, when we pray to Lord Genesh, it is customary to ring a bell before, clearing away any obstacles from Genesh hearing our chant or our prayer to him, and clearing away any negativity. So we'll ring the bell. Knowing that the vibration of the bell clears away again all the negativity and anything that might block Lord Genesh from hearing our chant. And the chant for Lord Genesh is Om Gane Pende Om Namaha. And you'd want to say that 108 times, which I won't do now, but just to give you an example, it's Om Gane Pende Game Namaha. Om Game Pende Nama Pende Noma Gama Ha. It's a bit of a tongue twister, but if you do it regularly, and this isn't one of the chants that I do most often, because you can also do other chants to Lord Genesh. So I often do a healing chant to Lord Genesh, or some of the other ones, like just the plain Om sound to Lord Genesh, asking that he remove all obstacles. So on this particular day, I'd like to ask Lord Genesh to please remove any obstacles from finding a cure, not only for childhood cancer, but for all cancers in the world, and also for any other disease that someone might be fighting or people are fighting. So we ask that those be removed, and as I mentioned, we ask that a prayer be said for all those fighting and all those who have now ascended to heaven and will continue the fight to find a cure from where they are on the other side. I also wore my Bodhi tree shirt today The Bodhi Tree bookstore was actually one of my favorite bookstores in Los Angeles. Unfortunately, it's no longer open, but I still wear the shirt because the Bodhi tree is actually a tree that grows and it's used as a meditation. Here is a beautiful picture of the actual Bodhi tree. The Bodhi tree meditation it came about from the idea in folklore that if someone was underneath the Bodhi tree, they were protected from all evil. It's even written in some Oriental folklore that dragons who were trying to fight for good would take refuge under the large branches of the Bodhi tree. And it also represents enlightenment. It is believed that the higher you go on the tree, or the higher your spiritual enlightenment becomes, the more easily you're able to reach the highest fruit. And the higher you go, the more enlightened you've become. It also represents the many roots that go down into the tree and the idea of unity, that we all want to be rooted into the earth and rooted to make the world better and branch up as much as we can to reach the highest level of spirituality and be united for the greatest good. So I also wanted to talk about the Bodhi tree and unite us all together in a type of meditation to fight this fight against cancer and any evils that is upon the human race to make the world a better place. So if you need a focal point, think about the Bodhi tree and its large branches and reaching up to enlightenment as high as you can go, but always being rooted on the earth, and unite together to make humanity just all around better. So I guess you'd say Happy World Cancer Day, but hopefully that day will be abolished when we find a cure. Love, light, and blessings. Bye!